Good morning everyone, happy Friday and welcome to Hunky Dory Craft TV for a very special live launch which I think people will have been anticipatingly waiting for since we launched it last week on Hobby Maker. It is the fantastic Window to the Heart concept card collection. It's had a little bit of a facelift since last time you saw it, and it is back and it is beautiful and we cannot wait to share it with you. It has the most heartfelt greetings and wonderful wishes for so many different occasions. You are absolutely going to love seeing these. My name's Natalie Eagleton. I'm going to be the host for this hour. Lovely Lisa is producing the show this morning. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
And over in the demonstration station, it is Friday, so Kat's here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kat. I'm very, very excited about this kit.
Yes.
It was so popular last week.
Yeah, I can
and
bet.
I had so much fun making different things with it. So I think it's going to be one that people really, really love. But first, shall we have a look at this week's Win It Weekly competition? I'm still not over this question, by the way. If anyone tuned in yesterday or watched the show back yesterday, my level of confusion and the amount of questions I have probably tripled about this question. It's a crazy one this week. You could be in with a chance of winning the fantastic Little Book Multi-Buy 15. You're going to get the Wild West, you're going to get the Birthday Humour and the Hydrangeas. 120 sheets of toppers in each one of those little books. We have 4 lucky winners and we're going to announce the winner in the show. So don't worry, because you will find out the answer sort of like in 40 to what I would say about 45 minutes to for the answer to this question. But we were asking approximately how many times per second is the Earth struck by lightning? Is it A, 44, B, 28 or C, 67? I told my mum about this question. I told Dan about this question. I still cannot comprehend. It is such a big, quite like out there question that this question comes with so many questions. Like I need answers to those questions. It's crazy. But if you know the answer, like, share and comment that answer and we will announce the winners about 45 minutes into the show. Did it baffle you?
Well, it does, because it's not something that you think about happening a lot, because like I said on Wednesday, we use the term being struck by lightning as a real rarity, don't we?
Yeah.
So, and how many times do we actually see lightning every year? 2-3 times
I
at
know,
the most?
that's what I was thinking.
So,
it's just to think that happens every single second is just mental.
We do live on a really tiny island.
Yeah, I know that we live on a really small island. I get this. I think it just puts into perspective how big the world that we live in is, and that we genuinely know the tiniest part of this world, and that blows my mind as well. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm still not over the question. We'll find out the answer together though a little bit later on, but let's have a look at these fantastic concept cards. I just read a lovely comment that said, I love this question. Thank you, this collection. Thank you for bringing it back. Please keep doing it, because it is one that is absolutely loved. I don't remember when the first time we brought this out was.
Must be.
2006. I think it's pre-me, and that was 7 years ago.
I feel like it was.
So.
I feel like it must be about 15, 16.
2015.
And I started in 15.
So almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago since we brought this. And when we did the show on Hobby Maker on Thursday as well, so many people commented and said, I still have the original collection. How crazy is that? That people have still got their original Window to the Heart. So we have 8 brand new designs for you. They are absolutely stunning. They are going to come with full instructions. So you can see there you have got written and picture instructions. However, Kat is going to show you how to make them up, and you can watch this show back as many times as you want. However, I don't think you need instructions. These are the easiest concept cards I think we have ever done. They are crazy. So you are going to get all of your front sections. Now these are all foiled, they are die cut. So all you have to do is pop out the toppers and score along the pre-scored lines. We've got beautiful themes in here as well. We've got the butterflies, we've got the beautiful floral vase there, we've got the birds and the bird cage, perfect for like new home cards. This is one of my favourites, the wellies in the flowers and the wellies, so pretty. We've got birthdays covered in here, we've got weddings and anniversaries covered, miss one out. We've got the birthday cake, this one's very fun, looks so delicious, that cake. We've got the afternoon tea, and then you're going to get your verses. Now these are to size, you just need to trim them down the middle and take this little header off, and then they fit in the backs of your concept cards. So you've got beautiful sentiments throughout here. We'll read some of them through the hour while Kat is demoing, but we've got on your retirement, on your wedding day, happy birthday, let's celebrate. You're also going to get special friend and just for you. So we've got ones for like non-occasions, just to brighten someone's day if you want to be doing that. We've also got get well wishes and in sympathy on here as well. Then you're going to get your backs for your concept cards. So again, they're all scored for you. You're just going to add the red liner tape and score those folds. So you've got really nice designs. I love the fact that every single side that you're going to see once you've made these up is absolutely designed to perfection. We've got beautiful artwork on here in that gorgeous sort of like clouded, almost muted pattern that you can see in the middle as well. Really works nicely for all of these collections. So you get all of that to be able to make up your 16 concept cards, because you're going to get 2 of everything that we've shown you there. Then you're also going to get your envelopes. So you're going to get 16 of your A5 envelopes, which fit these perfectly. You can see they're going to fit in there absolutely amazingly. And because we do have that sort of like what do I want to say, dimension in these, they're going to fit in these this size perfectly. Let me show you them made up though, because this is where you see how magical these are. So they pop in your envelope folded like this, but when we open them out, you've got that gorgeous design with that wonderful window and that verse that pops straight through there. They're absolutely gorgeous though. Shall we read this one? It says, just for you, a song takes flight, a bird on wings through the morning light, a melody singing soft and clear, a song for you, a friend so dear. With every flutter, every tune, it carries through the afternoon. So when you hear a song so true, know it was meant just for you.
Aww.
They're really nice. They're so uplifting. They're really heartwarming messages. I love this one as well. This one is Special Friend, and this one has the cup of tea in there. Let me read them off this page here so that you can see them. This one is one of my favourites. A cup of tea, the perfect blend, a moment shared with dear friend. The steam rises, the laughter flows, in every sip our friendship grows. Here's to tea and moments true, a problem shared and plans made new. In quiet moments, words flow free for a special friend like you and me.
Aww,
They're
sweet.
so nice, and that sort of beautiful sort of message literally flows through in all of them. This is the fantastic butterfly design, absolutely gorgeous. We've then got your on your wedding day, really pretty here. On your retirement, I love this one. This one is super cute. Just love the yellow, the spring is so pretty. And then I think this one as well that we've shown, the get well soon. You also, of course, get that topper in the design as well. So you can do things like creating spinner cards with these, and because you get the frame and then you also get the topper inside, you can sort of like pop them in sort of like back to back, so you can do lots of different styles of cards with this, and there's loads more we're going to show you later on in the show as well. But let's go straight to Kat, because I'm sure anyone who's not seen these cards are thinking, how do I put these together?
And they are so super simple. They're
They
so
really
super
are.
fun. So you've got your 3 elements. We're going to start. We're going to take our frame and our topper out of here. And then we are just going to score and burnish those score lines. And this one is going to go to the front. So you kind of want it to pop forward like that. It's so simple. I feel like I'm cheating with a demo with this one. They're so easy. So you're going to have this kind of shape. Then if we go to our verse, you literally just line that up in your trimmer. Take this edge off here. As simple as that. And then you're going to do exactly the same with the back, but obviously we're going to fold this the opposite way. Now you can use your red liner tape. I'm going to use my construction glue because we know it's going to hold as well, but it just gives me that little bit of wiggle room. We're going to pop this on here in the middle. Just going to take a tiny little bit more of a sliver. A tiny little bit off the top because it was just poking over the edge. And then I'm going to use my construction glue. Make sure we get a really good coverage, especially on the score line. But keep your nozzle quite flat to the card, and then you get it's not too wet. And then we just pop that in there.
So people have been doing digging, and it's set. Was it you? So 2014, 2015, and 2018. But I don't remember that.
It was.
I don't remember the 2018 ones. They are stunning, though.
And then what I like to do.
Oh, it was a little bit before. Go on, Kat, sorry.
What I like to do is, because we've already scored this, you can see where that natural line's appearing in there. But to get it nice and crisp, if we then just put a bit on to the track in our trimmer here and give that an extra line and get that lovely crisp edge, and we can fold that in.
Can I just point out they've not always been. I think this is the first kit like this that we've done.
Yeah, I think they were always very different, weren't they?
Toppers and different styles of things. There's been a couple of concepty sort of cards.
Yeah, the ones that I remember seeing were a little bit different from this, and they had maybe parchment bits in at one stage, I think.
They had a shimmering collection.
Oh, I remember that one.
So that's the 2018, so it's pop-up, bookmarks, and stuff like that.
But yeah, this one is the first kind of concept card in itself.
So then you just add your tape or your glue to your two panels, and then you can line them up like that. Give it a good squidge down, and it is.
It's as simple as that. It's crazy, isn't it? And my favourite thing about this as well is that these are not just cards. These aren't cards that people are ever going to throw away. You're going to keep these on your mantelpiece because reading that message, reading that sort of gorgeous poem that we've got inside all of those is going to be so uplifting and just brighten your day, so you're not going to be sort of throwing these away at all. That is how simple they are to do. $19.99 to get yours today, and I can promise you these are so popular right now. So if you want to get your hands on them, don't miss out, because if they do sell out, Lisa, I was thinking about this before, I'm not sure when they'll go back on the machines.
I really don't know.
Because we've got lots of things on right now. The beginning of Christmas arrived yesterday, so we've got Christmas things in the building. We've got things that are here before Christmas, so there's lots and lots to go on the machine. We do have quite a healthy stock, however, I am not sure if it's healthy enough, because they have absolutely blown people away, and I think they've blown us away with how popular they've been. We do also have some other collections that we are going to share with you as well. But before we do, it is your last chance to get involved in our Win It Weekly competition. So if you want to win those 3 little books, you need to like, share and comment your answer to the question that has baffled everyone's brains this week. Approximately how many times per second is the Earth struck by lightning? Okay, let's have a look at those other concept cards. And we love concept cards here at Hunky Dory. They're so easy to put together. The way the team makes them up as well is just, it means that you don't have to really think about it. They're so simple to do and so effective. And if you want to make quick and effective cards, this is the way to do it. So we're going to start off with delightful golden oldies. £14.99 if you want to get this, and this makes 12 of your 6x6 decoupage concept cards. These are one of our absolute favourites here. This style of card has been so popular, and we've done this lots and lots now in different designs, but the golden oldies just make it absolutely fantastic. I love it. We've also got The guys there with the beers, super, super happy. Look how much dimension you're getting in these ones as well. We've got the guy on his motorcycle. This one's been made up a little bit differently, chopping into that frame just to give it a different look on there. We've got some of the a diorama here, using some of our adorable scoreable just to make that a little bit bigger. So if you want to get your hands on the delightfully golden oldies, you absolutely can do. We've then got our floral terrariums. I love these ones. Again, this is something that you could be making up alongside these Window to the Heart collections and sort of like selling them almost together, because they're both sort of beautiful cards that you'll be keeping out on the mantelpiece. $17.99. This makes 12 incredible terrariums. There's 2 designs. You get there's 2 in each of 6 designs, so 6 designs in total. Instructions and envelopes come with this as well, including the ribbon, but these are stunning. And then the next one we have for you is your celebration cakes, and these ones are always super, super fun. So these ones have got that fantastic sort of like pop-up design within them. I've got some cards to share with you so you can see exactly how they make up. So you've got these beautiful 6x4 cards, and then they open out and out pops that fantastic birthday cake design. It is super, super fun. So you've got this in loads of different designs. There's 6 in total. You're going to get 2 of each, so you're going to be able to make up all of these cards again. But how fun are these concept cards? We absolutely love them here. So $14.99 if you want to get your hands on those. And again, these can be made up really differently. This one has been popped on the front of the card, and I really, really like the shape that this gives the design. It's super, super cute, but it all just lays up on top of that absolutely perfectly. So they are some of the concept cards we have available for you to get if you want to. But we're going to go back to Kat. Are you going to do something different this time?
We are. We're going to use the collection again, but use it in a completely different way. So we're going to use all our elements. But this time we're going to start with our backing sheet, and we are going to use this to make kind of a fold back. So we're just going to score it in half, and then we are going to score down the middle. So we've got this fold back here. I was going to say, do you want to go to the overhead? So we're creating like a fold back. So that is as simple as that. We are then going to take our sentiment sheet, and we'll go and we're going to cut out our little poem.
So many of you still saying that they have some of this original collection. How crazy is that?
It's mad,
that we
isn't
keep
it?
all of that stuff. I wonder how many. I wonder if anyone's got like a hunky-dory museum where they've got sort of like all of the different collections still.
That would
be good,
cool.
wouldn't it?
And then we are going to take our front section, pop out the topper again, because we will use that on this card.
Lots of questions about the size of these. So they fit into an A5 envelope. They are 7 and I think about 3/4 inches high when folded flat. So that's sort of like the height of them. I'd have to look at the, let me see if I can. No, and I did. So when you fold it up, it's 5.5. I think it's 5.5 by 7.5 or 7 3/4. But they do fit into an A5 envelope, so you've got those included with the kit as well.
So I've just taken out that middle section and cut away the 2 panels, but we will reuse a piece of that. I'm going to use some construction glue
Really
on this
excited to
piece
see how
here.
this is going to work.
And I'm lightly going to pop it down, because I am going to manoeuvre it about, because I'm going to pop this back over the top, and I just want to see
That's quite
where
cute,
it's going to
actually.
sit nicely. So we can bring that in just so it's sat in that gap there, which sits nicely along that green dotted line, to be fair. So that's a good indicator for you. And then we can go back and we will pop this again over the top. Again, I feel like this is a really quick demo, but we're going to do it from start to finish. But there's so many things you can do with them that are still so easy. So we're going to pop this back on the top like that. Then we are going to take one of the side panels. I'm going to have it facing the direction of the bird that was there. And we are just going to trim this down to the gold. So just line that up in your trimmer. So we're just taking that round that gold edge. Just like that. It's gone a little bit thingy there. We'll take that away properly while we've got a little bit of time. Just that excess bit. Then let's pop that on a couple of foam pads just to give it some definition. And we can fold that back in down the side, so we're bringing that element back in.
I'm going to read another one of the sentiments, and this one's extra special today because my 7th nephew was born this morning.
Aww.
At 12 minutes past 7. 7 minutes past 12. Jeez, my brain. It says, "A wish for you on your birthday. Whatever you ask, may you receive, and all your hopes and dreams may be ones that you achieve. I believe in you, my friend, and I hold you oh so dear. So let's celebrate your birthday as you begin another year." How
So
nice are they? They're so nice. I also love this one as well. "Happy birthday. Before blowing out the candles set upon your cake, it's time for you to choose the wish that you will make. Whatever you shall settle on, I hope that it comes true. And more than that, I wish a year of happiness for you."
So
Honestly,
sweet.
they are so heartwarming.
So I wasn't originally going to do this, but then I noticed that that panel on the inside is a little bare. So why not use this excess that we've got here? And we can pop that back in the inside. This time we'll just put it on flat so it doesn't get too bulky.
Oh, we've got a question that we were hoping we wouldn't have to answer this morning. We should get Dan out of his office for this one. Do you have a date for the trimmer blades stock? Dan checked this morning. We're about 5 weeks out. So we do apologise about that one. We hoped that the stock would last until they came in, but unfortunately they have not, and we no longer have any left. So it is going to be about 5 weeks out for trimmer blades, Dawn. It is early June. Oh, but who knows, it might come quicker. If any of those lightning strikes hit the boat, it might make it supersonic.
So I've just gone in and I fussy cut around part of this little bird here so we can slide our topper underneath, and we're not having to, it's just having that lovely overlap. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue down this edge of the card. We can then slide that under there, and if we're just careful where we manoeuvre it,
This
it
looks
will
so
still
pretty.
sit quite even in that little bit of the aperture that we've got coming through there.
I love how this is looking.
And there we go, just a full back. We're using all those elements but just layering them up in a completely different way.
Really, really pretty, Kat. I love that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Honestly, there's so many good poems there. I'm just going to read some more while Kat's doing her next demo. But we have got some diamond deals to share with you. These are April's diamond deals. Can you believe?
Wow.
First of all, can you believe it's nearly May?
No.
Because I am not okay with that. So let me move this out of the way so I can bring this huge pile over here, because we have got loads to share with you. We're going to start off with the incredible supersized guillotine. That 12-inch bed supersized guillotine. The whopper of a guillotine. It is huge. We have centimetres and inches on here. It does go up to 12 by 12 in size. I love the fact that we've got that grid as well. It's really handy to make sure all of your lines are nice and even on here. This should be £50. This is normally $49.99. You're going to get it for £15 off right now. It's £34.99. So if you are in need of a guillotine, then this is definitely one to purchase. It is a fantastic deal, so don't miss out on that. What an incredible saving. £15 on that deal. That is a huge saving. I actually have one here as well. Let me show you this one, because for anyone who doesn't have or hasn't seen one out of the box, they're really quite good. So it's got a large cutting bed. This handle as well does, if you press it underneath, it does release and come off, and it stores in the back. If you've got sort of like a small craft trolley to put it in, there we go. It goes back in really easily. Just push that button up there. It's self-sharpening, so every time you sort of, I love that noise.
So good.
Every time we use it, it's going to self-sharpen. You've also got this handy guard here to make sure you're putting your fingers on there so we don't chop any fingers off. But like I said, you've got that full grid on there. You've got that top and bottom. Then you've got your inches there, your centimetres here, so you can see all of those. But having these lines the whole way across really does help with making sure that everything is nice and neat and lined up. So that is your supersized guillotine. Huge saving on that one. £15 off right now. Then, oh, I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. When I put it down, I knew it wasn't down properly. Then we've got our desk tool organizer. Now we've got one of these somewhere as well.
Yeah.
Love these. Kat's got it.
There we go.
But they are super cool. So it has this little silicone bed, which has got this really nice sort of like floral design in. But these are all really squishy, so you can pop anything in here. It's going to fit in your scissors. It's going to fit in your dye brush. Your ink blender as well also fits in here, even though it's super chunky. It's just handy to have all of your like essential bits and pieces out on here. Great deal with this one as well. Should be $8.99. You're getting it for £5.99. So if you want to get that, you absolutely can do. That's another great deal. Great deal. I'll give you this back so we remember to put it where we got it from. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. The next one we have for you, the storage trolley. Who doesn't love the storage trolley? Back in stock. Remember as well, the white tubs that hang off the side, they're also back in stock. So if you want to get your hands on those, grab them as well while you're buying one of these. £29.99, so you're saving a £5 on this. It comes in your Hunky Dory purple, has your Hunky Dory sticker. It also comes with little hooks, so you can pop your trimmer on there, or anything that has that really nice sort of like open hook. Your scoreboard will fit on there as well. £29.99. We love these here. We've got them on our by desks. We've got them jam-packed, filled with all sorts of goodies. But yeah, if you want to get your hands on that, that's available on offer as well. We've also got Prism watercolour pencils. Now this is a great deal. £10 off. £19.99 to get your hands on these. How good is that? That is absolutely incredible. Loads of really cool things with these, and the wrap is probably the best thing about this. So it keeps all of your pencils nice and neatly in here. You've got little pockets for all of them. Also has this little cover that protects all of the nibs of your pencils as well. These are fantastic. I've used these a lot recently,
yes,
in the last couple of days, and they're just so nice to colour with. Obviously they're watercolour pencils, but you can just use them sort of like as a normal pencil, and they blend together beautifully. They work great on coloured cardstock, so you could use them with Matastic or black cardstock, craft card as well. They show up really nice on there. You get 48 different colours though. What a good price for those pencils as well. £19.99. I always tell the story of your mum and these pencils as well, Kat.
Yes.
Because she does love them.
She does.
And she knows her pencils.
She does.
She is a person that knows her pencils, and she loves these pencils. If you are going to use those pencils though, you're going to need a watercolour pad, and this one has got a £3 saving, $8.99 right now for this premium pad of watercolour card. You're going to get 12 sheets in here. It is just a little bit shorter but longer than an A4, but great for being able to cut down and use with your stamps. being able to use with your brush markers as well, because they work perfectly with this watercolour cardstock. And that is all we have on our April Diamond deals.
So there's more on there.
Well, there is
It's
more.
just overshadowing.
Okay. So if you want to see more of them, head to the website. Lisa couldn't be bothered to get them all. Let's recap the show and the fantastic brand new Window to the Heart collection then. We have so many people messaging in saying how much they absolutely love this collection. You are going to get 8 different designs. You get 2 of each, so you can make up 16 of these fantastic cards. You've got all of your fronts in here. They do come with that extra topper element, so you can use those on different cards, or you can use them to create spinners in your cards. I'm going to show you lots of different alternatives as well that we have created with these, because there's lots of fun things you can do with them. We love them. So they're all your fronts. You're also going to get all of the backs that go within your card as well, and then you're going to get the beautiful poems to go alongside them too. Also come with your A5 envelopes, so they're going to fit in there perfectly. Lots of room, because of course these are sort of really large concepts, so you're wanting to make sure that they fit in there perfectly. But just look how stunning these are made up. They are just the most beautiful things you've ever seen. I just love them. They're so nice. They're really going to just brighten up anyone's home. We've got the retirement one there as well. These will also work with your perfect poetry and your trimmy insert pads. So if you don't want to use the poems that we've got in here, then you can mix and match with those items. Another thing it would work really nicely with is your acetate sentiments. If you just have them like flat across the back, so they don't sort of like, in that way you'd probably need a box to be able to send them, because they wouldn't be able to fold, but acetate sentiments are going to work really nicely in them. But they are just stunning, and we absolutely love them here. They fold flat to fit in your envelope, so you can see just beautiful designs that we've got for you. We absolutely love them. Let's show you as well some of the other cards that we made as a team, and during the show Jane made loads and loads of different examples with these, and then we've got a few that we made on Hobby Maker as well. So we've got this sort of 7 by, I think it's a little bit taller than 7 by 7, but it's 7 in width, and then of course this opens out here and you can open the card to see that sentiment and the gorgeous message underneath. This is really nice, cutting it into panels and actually cutting the sentiment into different strips as well, so you can use it differently. This is super simple. This just has the message. So this just actually uses that back piece, and she's cut it out. There's a little bit of acetate over that as well. Really beautiful. This is a gorgeous gatefold that Jane created, so really nice design there for you to be able to see that message as well. Got that one. This is clever. I really like this one. So this one uses that back panel, and then if we just pop it together, look how cool this is. There's so much dimension in this as well. Absolutely stunning. I love that one. This is one that we did on Hobby Maker as well. So this one just sort of like uses the card blank as a fold. You've got that message in the middle, but then this pops out and you've got a little bookmark in there as well. This is a nice little tower card that we created. So this is something that you could be doing if you want to see exactly how we made this. You can watch last Thursday's show on Hobby Maker on the measurements we did on there. This is beautiful as well, a lovely little gatefold. Just opens up and reveals that message. I love this and how it stands. It's really clever. Super cute design there with that belly band. Fits on there beautifully. And then we've also got this tiny little card here, just using those sort of side sections that you get on the card. Really pretty, that design. So there's so much you can do with these cards when you get them home, when you see these panels. So Think about making 6 of them up as they are, and then really testing yourself on how you can make all of these different cards. And already with the alternative one that Kat's shown you there and all the ones that we've got here for you, there's loads of different ways in how you can make these concept cards up. But let's go to Kat for our last demo, shall we?
We shall. So we finished with a really small card. This time we're going to make a really big card.
Nice.
This is not going to fit into your A5 envelope, but I'm sure you will come up with something for it. So I am bringing in a couple of little extra elements, but it's literally just gold mirror and some acetate. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our back panel and we're going to take some measurements onto our scoreboard. It's just going to make it a bit easier for you, because when I was working this out, it's not like set measurements. So if you mark them onto your scoreboard and then you've got them, do them in pencil, and then you can always clear them away afterwards. So I'm just going to line the first score line after the first panel up with the middle of the track, and then I'm going to mark where my third score line lays, which is just 2 notches under the 5.5, and then we are going to fold up this first piece and we're going to mark the length. So again, exactly the same, take that to halfway where the trimmer would sit, and that lands 2 notches over the 7.5. So like I said, because it's a little bit different measurements, it just makes it easier for you. And then once we've got them on there, making sure I can see them clearly and I've not lost them. In fact, have I got a little bit of something a bit darker? And you can always clear these away afterwards. I am going to take a piece of gold mirror and we're going to mat and layer this onto some gold mirror, and we are just going to cheat with this one and pencil it in. We're not going to stick it down yet because we are going to use this to hide some acetate shortly. So I'm just going to mark either side of that, and I'm matting and layering it because this is effectively going to be like the back of the card, so it just gives it that little bit of strength.
Extra strength.
Yeah. So we're going to take that, and that's that section sorted for later. Let me just check before I go sticking things down later on. Yep, that's absolutely fine.
Nice.
So now we're going to take our front panel, and this time we're going to chop away at either score line. Okay. So we're going to take this panel out of here, this one out of here, and we are going to take out our topper, but we'll not take it too far. Just pop that down. And then again, we're going to do a mat and layer. Now this is where doing those marks beforehand is really going to come in useful, because we know we can get this to exactly the right size of that panel for the card. And then, because I want this to sit on here, but I still want that aperture, we're just going to cut a little frame into it. So I'm going to come about, it'll be about 6 notches in. And again,
about a quarter.
Yeah, just over a quarter. You don't have to be perfect with this. As long as you've got that, it's all going to be covered up. So as long as you've got nothing peeking through where your aperture is going to be.
Yeah.
You can see where the lines are, and your trimmer is so accurate that you're going to get those.
How this is going to look. I just love how everyone's done some really nice different things with them, but like all of them have been totally different. It's a really cool collection to sort of test your brain and see what you can come up with.
So this is going to give us a mat and layer, but obviously that is the same size of this aperture panel that we've taken out.
Yeah.
So we need to cut a little bit off here.
Okay.
Again, this is where our measurements are going to come in really handy that we've popped on our scoreboard. So as normal, we're working at taking 3 notches off to make a perfect mat and layer, but we don't want to take that just off this side and just at the top, because it'll leave us with an uneven border. So we're going to take 1.5 notches from each of the 4 sides. So where your first line is on your width here, we're going to come 1.5 notches under.
This is a good idea because I would always forget otherwise. So it's clever to sort of like just add those pencil markings in.
It really is. And then the same again with the top. Oops, let me poke that out there before we get a funny cut line next time. And then when you turn it round again, you want to move it the full 3 notches under, because obviously if you take it to the 1.5, it'll be
It's not going to
thingy.
take anything off.
Yeah. So we're going to take that way, and then the same from the bottom, the full 3 notches. And hopefully, if I've calculated correctly, that should give us that nice, even mat and layer border all the way around like that.
Stunning.
So, and it's as simple as just having those marks on your board, but we're going to use them again because we're going to bring in some acetate. We're going to pop this on here and we're going to cut them to the same width as that. So again, we're going to where we've lined that marked off. Yeah, line that mark off there against the 5 and I think it's 6 notches. And then we're going to take it to the length of the card, which is the 2 notches over the 7.5. We're going to put a score line in. And then we can trim this down a bit. We don't need all of it. This is just going to sit at the back of our card to hold everything together. So if we go in, again, please use some red liner tape. I'm just using this on this one just for a bit of speed, but again, to be fair,
it's strong enough, isn't it? If you were going to just have it sort of like hanging off the back there, I think I would say use your red liner tape, but because you're going to then stick it inside another piece of cardstock, it gives it that extra strength anyway. So
once you're happy with that, we can then go on and add our mat and layer on the back here, but this is why I didn't do it before, because I wanted to add that in.
I reckon you'd be able to fit this in an A4 card blank though, and we've got them on the website as well, so if you wanted to recreate this card with your designs and send them as well, we've got our A4 envelope sizes, so you'd be able to buy those if you wanted to.
So let's can I be really tricksy, do you think?
Oh, I know what you're going to try
and add that.
Maybe, but you might need to use red liner tape for that bit.
Yeah. It's just so I'm covering my workings.
I think you just need to just put it on like the very inside edges. You'll be fine.
What tape have I got?
I've got any red liner? Some in that corner.
I've got some here. So.
Yeah, there's loads.
Let's do it, because if we're going to do a job, let's do it right while we've got a bit of time.
Let's do it proper.
And then we can hide all our messy workings. So we're just taking the skinny red liner and we're going to take this.
Shall we read some of those other messages while you're doing that? Which ones haven't we done? We've not done these ones. So on your retirement, which is the one that... Oh no, you're using the birthday one now, aren't you? But on the retirement, which is the other yellow one, it says, retirement's here. A time to rest, to slow the pace and feel your best. No more deadlines, no more race, just open skies and endless space. A garden blooms, a book unfolds, new paths to tread as life beholds. With open hands and spirit free, retirement joy has come to be. So lovely. I also love this one as well. On your wedding day, a day of love, a vow so true. Congratulations to both of you. With hearts entwined and futures bright, you begin your journey side by side. Through life's adventures, hand in hand, together you'll walk, together you'll stand. With every step may joy unfold, a love that steadfast and short and strong. A love that's steadfast, short and strong. There we go. Then the last two, we've got Get Well Wishes. So this one has a bouquet bright, a gentle hue, sending sweet blossoms just for you. May fragrant petals, soft and light, chase away shadows and make things bright. Like flowers reaching for the sun, healing moments have just begun, bringing strength and peace with every hour, and help you bloom with gentle power.
This is going to be the tricky bit.
So nice.
What I'm going to do, sticking it down, yeah.
And then the last poem we've got for you in the pack is In Sympathy, and this one says, In moments quiet, hearts may ache, but love and memories softly wake. Through sorrow's weight may seem too strong, in time your heart will carry on. Know you're not alone in this time of grief. May peace surround you, bring relief. With every tear, a love shines through, forever remembered, always with you. So nice.
Yeah, I'm giving up because otherwise, when you've got a bit more time and patience than me, we'll just pop the frame straight on. Because I was just going to get myself
a bit too tight.
Yeah, it's just because I'm panicking under pressure and it's trying to stick at the bottom while I'm thinking at the top. So it's not the end of the world.
If you got your stickables could work quite well.
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
And then you'll be able to take that backing off. I think it's quite neat though, so it's not going to look out of place.
No,
really,
it's not at all. So we'll just pop that onto that front panel now. And we're going to go in, take our sentiment. And again, we're just going to cut this out as it is. And then we'll do a little mat and layer with it. But it's amazing how many different things you can do with these, isn't it? It's just fun having a play.
I love cutting the panels off it as well and creating those sort of like DL shapes.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to cut our 2 panels off from the side as well, just to build up those.
That must have been a case of all your magazines going out the door. Just
did you hear that?
banging into the window then. It was like an earthquake. Lightning had struck the building.
Well, it does happen so many times a day.
It does. We'll soon find out how many times a day and who is the winner of our Win It Weekly as well.
So we'll take both of those panels. I have done one previously, but I'll just do this while I've got my trimmer here for the last time, I think. So let's pop this onto the mat and layer. And we can have this as our little verse inside the card. So again, we'll pop that inside the window here. Let's add some foam pads. Why do the ones I want are never just there?
Never available.
But we can make it work with these strips. So we'll pop that in the centre for when we open that up. We'll take our topper. Now again, because you're going to get 2 of these, you can put these back to back on your acetate. If you're just doing one card as normal, you're going to have that one spare, so you can do these back to back.
I'm trying to think whether this shape we have in a die as well.
Yes, yeah,
So
I'm sure we do.
To use the die.
So we're going to pop that over there. We'll add some foam pads onto these panels and just layer them over the top. So we're bringing that gold foiling back in. Apologise that I've got different foam pads on each thing, but nobody is going to know. And we can layer these up and you just get that peekaboo of that behind.
So nice. I just love these designs.
And then we're just going to fold out those edges.
Oh, the wrong way round, Kat. So close.
And then we are just going to fold out these edges. You'll just need a bit of encouragement because you've got that extra
Oh yeah, that extra bit of
on the
mirror.
back. But
Oh my goodness, this is going to look so cute.
then we have this
How nice
lovely-
is this? This is so cool, Kat. I love this.
Just for something a little
Honestly,
bit different.
so many incredible different things you can do with these cards. We've shown 2 amazing ways of using them differently with Kat's demos today as well. Thank you, Kat, for all that inspiration.
You're welcome.
We've loved it. So, what do we have left to tell you? Because it's Friday, and we love to give you extra giveaways on a Friday as well. So, First of all, let's announce those Win It Weekly winners. The answer to our question of approximately how many times per second is the Earth struck by lightning is A. It is 44 seconds. According to the Met Office, the Earth is struck by lightning approximately 44 times per second globally, which translates to roughly 1.4 billion flashes per year. This means that there is about 8 million strikes daily. How are we still here? How has the end of the world not happened? It's crazy. So congratulations to those who answered A. You were correct, but let's find out who the 4 lucky winners were. Congratulations to Laura Pink, Nicole Baddeley, Diane Barker and Sharon O'Connell. The 4 of you have won this week's Win It Weekly competition. If you can send us a direct message to our Facebook page or message the customer service team with your details, we will get those sent out to you as soon as possible. So congratulations to our winners. Make sure you are in it next week to be in with the chance of winning on our Win It Weekly. But let's go and spin the wheel, shall we?
No.
We're just saying this question is very good, and I feel like I know what Kat says as well. So we're going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, we are going to give away. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, look at that, win the show. That's a good one. What have we got on here? Oh, Duo Design paper pads. There's lots of cool Duo Design paper pads in our stash as well. 3 Duo Design paper pads of your choice. And we are wanting the answer to this. Yesterday was National Bucket List Day. What's one thing on your bucket list? Kat.
Okay, so obviously it's going to Nashville.
I knew that.
But
Knew it, I was right.
It gets a little bit more detailed. So my ride and die, the person that got me into country music was Scotty McCreery. So it is my bucket list to see him at the Opry. Although I might get really close this year because he is touring in May, and in my other role as a country music journalist now, I am down for PR and
this
hopefully
is
going to get
very...
get an interview with him.
Oh my goodness, you might never come back.
I know,
You
it's
might
only in
die on the-
Manchester.
you might die
That
on
one's
the-
only in Manchester.
I know you might
so-
die on the spot with so much excitement.
Well, yeah, I have got to practice keeping it together.
yes,
but
definitely.
that is definitely, getting to meet Scott McCreery will definitely be a bucket list moment.
I don't know what I have on my bucket list. I don't
Choices,
know.
choices.
I know I did lots of crazy things last year, didn't I?
You did.
We saw whales, that was amazing. Whale watching. We did the Grand Canyon. That was crazy. I don't know. I really don't know. There's lots of people that we've got on here though. Let's go. We've got see the Northern Lights, go shark diving. That is a little bit crazy, Viv, but I understand why you'd want to do that. Swimming with sharks would be quite cool. Ride a hot air balloon, that would be quite cool. That would definitely be something. Lily says she'd like to meet some giraffes. Lily, that would be an incredible meet and greet. And she says also raise £1 million for charity.
Wow.
Wow, if you could do that, that would be exceptional. Hayley says visit Disneyland Paris and visiting your hunky-dory warehouse, if only. I mean, I don't think it would be, health and safety would be okay for people to visit their warehouse. To go to Egypt and do archaeology, that's a very good one. There's so many. Cruise around all the European Christmas markets. My friends did that last year, Nikki, and they absolutely loved it. I love a Christmas market. Go back to St. Lucia where I got married, says Kim. There's so many incredible ones people would like to do here. Loads of really nice ones. I love that. Lisa, what's on your bucket list?
Disney World.
Disney World, of course. Of course.
I mean, I did New York, so now it's Disney World.
It's Disney World now. Next one is Disney World. It has to be. I don't know what my one is. I'd have to think about that. I'd have to think. I'm not a very crazy person when it comes to bucket list things. I did want to skydive, but I feel like that's gone. Yeah, that one scares me a little bit now.
Meeting the Kelsey brothers.
Oh yeah, I would like to meet Jason. Jason, yeah, together.
Yeah.
Kelsey brothers. That would be cool. That would be very cool.
We do spend a lot of time talking about them if they're just thinking I was throwing random things
Yeah,
out there.
no, that would be very cool. I'd like to see my football team do well for a change.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Not really a bucket list thing. I have seen them get into the Premiership, so that's more than some people. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. That would be crazy. But do we have a winner to the winner to the question?
We do. It was Viv Williams.
Viv Williams, and Viv said
It was a swim with
it was the swimming with sharks one, wasn't it? So congratulations, Viv. You are the winner of our Win It Weekly. So many incredible bucket list ideas on there as well, guys. So thank you for all of your messages. Viv, message us with what 3 duo design paper pads you would like, and we will get them sent out to you as soon as possible. What is coming up this weekend? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm at Hobby Maker this Sunday. I'm there at 3, 6 and at 8 p.m. we have brand new designer card packs and incredible inspirational quote dies. At 6 p.m. embossing folders are back in stock. They came in yesterday. It was very, very exciting. And at 8 p.m. I'm going to bring this incredible concept card back because it was so popular. And then on Hunky Dory TV, Dan and Anne-Marie are back on Monday, kicking off the week. So we'll see you then at 10 a.m.